Hey YouTube, it's Thursday, so it's my turn to make a video, obviously. So the theme for this week is talking about, how our bodies have changed since having our babies and what we like and what we don't like and things like that. So I actually have a lot to talk about on this topic. It's a topic that kind of really hits home with me. And I've actually considered making a video similar to this on my personal channel, but I never really got up the courage to actually talk about it. So that's what I'm going to do now. When I got pregnant with Jaden, I was very young. I was 17, getting ready to turn 18, and I was getting ready to graduate high school. So I was very thin before I got pregnant. I had always been very thin, very skinny type of person, very tall and skinny and thin. And when I got pregnant, I put on a lot of weight. Well, I really didn't put on that much weight. I put on about 30 pounds, but 30 pounds on my small frame was a lot for me. And my skin doesn't have a lot of elasticity in it, so I got a ton of stretch marks. I'm talking a ton of stretch marks everywhere because I was so tiny and I got pretty big, so my skin had to stretch very fast, and it's just in my genetics. I don't have good stretchy elastic skin, so it was just kind of in my cards to get a lot of stretch marks. I coated myself with stretch marks cream every single day. I drank a ton of water, but no matter what I did, obviously I still got them. So it stunk. So I got them on my legs, I got them on my chest, I got them on my stomach, my hips, my butt. I got them everywhere. And when I had Jaden, I was 18 years old. So I was really depressed about my new body for a while. Because, I was 18 years old, and to every 18-year-old girl, almost, body image is everything. It's really important to teenage girls. So knowing I was like, oh my gosh, I'm only 18 years old and my body is ruined for the rest of my life, and I have to be in this body for the rest of my life, and it's already ruined. It's kind of the mindset I had. I got really depressed about it. I was really upset. I was angry with myself, and I nursed Jaden, and when I was nursing, like even in front of Thomas or anything, I would try to cover up as much as possible. I didn't want any of my stomach showing. I didn't want nothing showing because, I was really, really embarrassed and ashamed of my stretch marks. And not only did I have the stretch marks, my skin never really tightened back up the way it's supposed to, just because I don't have a lot of elasticity in my skin. So I've got like all this flabby skin that never really tightened back up the way it should have. So I was just really ashamed of my body, hated my body, tried to cover up, and I watched a lot of YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube videos where moms make videos, and I would see all these moms show their stomachs after having kids, and they have not a single stretch mark, and they look exactly like they did before having kids. That really, really got to me, because I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I don't look anything like this. I look completely different from before I had Jaden. So it was just really hard on me. I took it extremely hard, and I was really depressed about it for the longest time. And like during the summer, it took me like a year and a half after having Jaden to even put on a pair of shorts. And I'm talking not even regular shorts like I would wear before having Jaden. I'm talking about like knee-length shorts, like the Bermuda shorts. That's the only thing I can bring myself to wear now, because I have stretch marks on my legs and on my sides that I don't want people to see. So, and on top of the stretch marks, I also got some spider veins when I was pregnant with him. So I have spider veins on my legs, and it just drives me nuts because, I'm only 20 years old, but I look like I have like 40-year-old legs. It's just, it's a hard thing to deal with. And so I was really depressed about it for the longest time, and I just always try to stay covered up. But now I'm not there yet, but I'm slowly starting to accept my new body, accept I'm trying to accept the things I cannot change, and I can't change my stretch marks. They're going to be with me the rest of my life, so I might as well like them, because they're not going anywhere. So I'm slowly starting to, you know, not look at myself so badly anymore. I still am really conscious about, like, who sees me undressed and things like that. Like, I won't even change, like, in front of my sister or anything, just because I'm just so embarrassed and ashamed of my stretch marks. But I've gotten a little bit better, and you know, people will ask me, can I see your stomach? Because people are just naturally curious about what stomachs look like after having kids, and I just can't bring myself to show very many people. I've shown a few people, but it's really hard because, you know, no one wants to look like that. Everyone wants to look their best, and when you don't, you just don't feel that great about yourself. So I've got a ton of stretch marks, and there's nothing I can do about them, so I'm just trying to keep that mindset and remember that Jaden is worth every single one of the stretch marks on my body. He is so worth everything I've gone through to have him, and when I look at him, you know, I don't even think about the stretch marks. So it also helps, you know, that Thomas doesn't care that I have a ton of stretch marks. He still loves me the same no matter what, so that really helps. I think that if for some reason I wasn't with Thomas anymore, and I was like thrown back into the dating game and things like that, I think it would be a lot harder on me, you know, letting new people see my stretch marks and things like that. But since Thomas has been there with me through everything, and he knows, and that's just really nice to know that I don't really have anybody to impress anymore, because I already have Thomas and he likes me the way I am, so that kind of helps. So since having Jaden, I kind of tried to focus on the things I can change. Like, I can change the way I eat, I can change the way I can exercise, I can eat right. Those are the things I can change, so I can get myself in better shape and things like that. So I do my Jillian Michaels workout DVD every single day. Sometimes I do it twice a day. So those are the things that I can change, and those are the things I try to focus more on. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to lay out my story, let people know that not everybody bounces straight back from having kids. Some people, you know, look better than others after having kids, and it's not your fault. It's not your fault if you get a ton of stretch marks, because it's just in your genetics. So I just kind of wanted to let people know that you're not alone if you, like me, got a bunch of stretch marks when you're pregnant, or spider veins. I've got spider veins on my legs too. So I hope that my story helps at least one person out there feel better and more confident about themselves. Because I know if I would have seen more people on YouTube show more stretch marks, I wouldn't have felt so bad, because all these videos I was watching, they were of moms who have these like perfect bodies after having kids. So it brings you down when you see things like that. So yeah, that's about it. Other than that, just the only thing I don't really like about myself after having Jaden is my stretch marks and my spider veins. Other than that, I'm pretty happy with myself. I've lost pretty much almost all the baby weight. I don't think I'll ever be as stick thin as I was before having Jaden, but that's okay. I don't mind the extra weight. And yeah, so I will show you my stomach now, and that'll be it, and I'll see you guys next week. Alright, so here's what I look like with my shirt on, which doesn't really look that bad. At least I don't think so. And then here's from the side, and then here's where it gets really, really gross. Okay, if you're this is your warning. This is not going to be pretty, but I just wanted to show you guys, because just to prove that not everybody, why do you not have it on my face? This is to prove that, you know, not everybody has a perfect body after having a baby, and my skin doesn't have a lot of elasticity in it. So when I was pregnant with Jaden, I got a ton of stretch marks, and my skin just does not stretch well. So like, I still have like the loose skin. It never really tightened back up the way it should have, and my stomach is just ate up with stretch marks. So But I'm going to show you guys anyways, just so that you feel better about your post-pregnancy bellies and you all can be glad that you don't look like me. Okay, so. Okay, so here it is from the front. So like you can see the line where like the stretch marks stop. Like up here, it's all good, but down here, it looks horrible. And this is where I had my belly button pierced. So yeah, I wish I hadn't had it pierced. But anyway, so here's all my lovely, really extremely deep stretch marks. There's nothing I can do about them, so there's no use in whining over them. Yeah, so there it is.